I'm with Coach Frankie Lim of the Beda Red Lions. So Coach, since you have a relatively new team having 6 new players, what adjustments did you have to make, especially since you lost Taganas and Gamalinda?
Yeah, like what you said, we have 5 or 6 new players, and these players will fill in the spots of Taganas, Gamalinda, JR Texon, Chico Tirona. And we played decently in our previous tournaments, and at the same time we all had scrimmages. We look good. They've been very comfortable with the system, and I think we're pretty good.
So, Coach, you lost the last time you played against the Blue Eagles. So what preparations did you do for today's game?
Well, nothing much. Almost the same. We lost to ATENEO the last time out at the Cup, and we had a depleted lineup. I only had one big, and MARCELO, Sudan was injured at time. So we didn't have the chance to grab the rebounds, and we were not able to run. But I think in tonight's game, the key is rebounding. And once you get to rebound, we get to do what you want, just running. And let's see how it goes.
Thank you very much, Coach. That has been Coach Frankie Lim of the Beda Red Lions.
Thank you, Mychole, who, by the way, celebrates her birthday today. Happy birthday to our Mychole Mediana. You know, Coach Frankie must be excited about this lineup that he has, not only with the core returning, even with the graduates, the additions to this team. A lot has been said, Chris. Talk about the additions to the Beda Red Lions.
Kyle Pascual is a lanky and athletic big man. He's also a Phil-American. And the brothers, Anthony and David Semerad,
yep.
For our viewers, number 14 in your screens right now is David. He's the big man, or he's the bigger man, because Anthony, jersey number 6, is big as well. And then, of course, you have VILLAHERMOSA. He actually saw action in the 2009 FIL-OIL, flying the Invitational year to get a feel of the system and to facilitate the return of Borgie Hermida. He's a point. And also in the fold would be Jaypee Mendoza. He's going to sport jersey number 8 for the Red Lions. If you remember him, he made that RP under 18 youth team that traveled to Tehran, Iran, and finished 7th in that competition.
All right, starting 5s already for both teams being called in here to the arena. It is the FIL-OIL Flying V Tanduay First 5 Invitational Cup. Boom Gonzalez, Chris Soler, Patch Cansana, Mychole Mediana, Direk Abed Ramos at the helm of this live and exclusive coverage courtesy of ABS-CBN Sports. And time now for our Tanduay First 5. Also would be interesting when you look at the ATENEO lineup. Of course, very familiar names here. Their ceiling has gone down. That's one of the obvious changes with the departure of Raba Aluseni and Nonoy Baclao. But it's also interesting to see the development of other players like Nico Salva, who had a splendid season 72 in the UAB and in the PCCL. The development probably also of Justin Chua. Eric Salamat now
will corner 3-point shot. And what this does, what the Semerad brothers do to Beda is, aside from giving that outside shot, opening up more
and giving them back that lead, 13-11, courtesy of this 3-ball, the high looper for Anthony Semerad.
If you get mixed up, De La Salle University, who played with Sacred Heart in Cagayan de Oro, and
a spectacular drive. Again, one of the things that I love about this guy, athleticism. His game, look at this, goes right, then left, right again, and then says to Eram, welcome.
This is something that this is something that we will see a lot, whether in the Philippines.
Semerad goes straight to the hole and gets it up and in.
That three-quarter court press causing.
That's probably the reason why they're only behind by 4, despite the turnovers. Well, Beda has had a share of their own too here in this first quarter.
Very, very interesting first quarter. We see both teams stepping up the gas. This is how they're gonna play, especially for ATENEO with the subtraction of those 2 bigs. These highlight plays, a lot of them on the break.
A feeling out quarter is done. We commence second quarter action when we come back here at the arena in San Juan.
with Nico Salva getting the ball more, perhaps in the high elbows or in the perimeter, as we see Dela Rosa, that athleticism, and another...
The UAAP champions.
Those are the effort points, that rebounding by committee that we were talking about. Nonoy Baclao
Has
is
been able to maintain a 3.5-point spread. Now at 7, possibly 8 off a timeout. Daniel not be denied underneath. If that's too close and too much of a seal for him already, it's going to be too easy.
You mentioned the seal boom, and that's how the San Beda system operates. A lot of people have the misconception that the Red Lions go in for a very easy seal.
8-point lead is the biggest, and they're looking to get it up to double digits for the very first time here. Defensive end, and that press. Daniel denying Golia.
You know, that was a late pass.
San Beda with the last chance here. Let's see if they're going to wait. No, they don't want to wait. Why should I, says Borgie.
And really, that Nico Salva jump shot was a rust.
By last year's NCAA runners-up, the biggest lead of the ball game, a final burst in the last few minutes here in the first half, gives them that 11-point lead. And it all started on the defensive end, committing a lot of or forcing a lot of turnovers on Ateneo.
San Beda very, very effective with its full court and three-quarter court presses, and Ateneo has to find a way to get that ball across before anything else.
The FIL-OIL Flying V Tanduay First 5 Invitational Cup will be back. Halftime is upon us. Stay with us, please.
One of the smallest
I'm sure
players.
he's enjoying this matchup as Dave Marcelo just muscles his way through for another three-point play opportunity. And we'll take that free throw after this report from Mychole Mediana. Tell us, Mychole, what happened at halftime?
Yes, in the dugout, Coach commended the boys for how they played in the first 2 quarters of this game. However, he said, you're doing a good job defensively, but you got to take good care of that ball. He said that they should not waste their efforts in defense by throwing the ball away. Now in the second half, he wants complete domination of the ball, especially in rebounds. And he urged the boys to sustain how they played in this last 20 minutes. Boom!
Thank you very much, Mychole. I'm sure he's shot from 14. Great defense by Kirk Long. Oh, but an even better offensive shot by Borgie.
And against a team like San Beda at that.
Easy pickings for Dave Marcelo, who just
Building, or at least the blue side of the whole building as well.
Pascual able. And 1 second differential, but no waiting needed by the Garvo Lanete. 2 minutes. And San Beda looks like they're in array right now, in disarray rather, as VILLAHERMOSA finally
The Red Lions during the halftime. Now, Coach Frankie Lim is the one who's very much disappointed with how the boys are playing and how they're relaxing on defense, making lousy passes and not running enough. And just like what he said about the first 5 minutes of this game, now that a little more than 5 minutes is left, he wants the boys to give it their best effort, full blast, and continue on being strong and aggressive in playing against the Blue Eagles. Boom.
some guys who can really smoothly shoot like Garvo. Oh, that's a great steal by Jake Pascual. As leads down to 6 with under 4 minutes. Coming up on the 3-minute mark. Caram. And the floater works. This is down to a single possession now.
We know Anjo Caram has
Shot of that, but first, Anjo Caram. The floater, very effective shot, especially for the smaller guys.
Oh, you can say sorry? Pag hindi na kayo dapat gawin nyo. Split middle, right? Pag sinalo ni Suri ito, kayo bahala din sa papasok. Send baseline. Ilalagay mo dito. Pati hindi ka pwede dito. Ano ba tinuro ko sa'yo? Ba't ayaw mo gawin? Ayaw mo maglaro. Okay. Get the ball. Execution, no? Importante, endgame. Hindi mo ginagawa yung dapat mong gawin. Okay, get the ball.
And Beda.
excellent second half by Ateneo Manila. First of all, starting on the defensive end, being very, very active, ball side as well as weak side. We didn't see a lot of lost or open shooters there. And at the same time, the rebounding followed. And with that, those small things, the tip balls by Justin Chua, and those big shots by Nico Salva, those three-pointers as well, those extra passes on the half-court offensive set.